You got 2 charges. You've got a murder charge as well as possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. Those are high court charges, and that means that they carry a possibility of a year or more in prison if you're convicted. Now, before you leave jail, we're going to ask you to give us a good address. You have an obligation to keep the court apprised of any change in your address. There's always the likelihood that they could change your court dates and appearances and so forth, and you don't want to miss those. You have a right to an attorney. Mr. Epps is here speaking on your behalf in a second, and I'll let him do that after I'm finished telling you about your rights. Make sure you show up for court on your court date. Obviously, there are going to be implications if you don't show up. And you can request a jury trial if you'd like. Obviously, you need to talk to your attorney before you make that decision. You're not tried by a jury. You're going to be tried by a judge. If these charges are dismissed, discharged, or you're found not guilty, you can have them removed from your record. And we're also going to give you, I'm backtracking a little bit here. I know you have an attorney, but we're going to give you a 1-page document that talks about the importance of being represented by an attorney. Obviously, if you don't show up with one, you're going to be in bad shape. So get yourself an attorney if you should happen to lose Mr. Epps' representation. You also have a right to request you can request a preliminary hearing if you'd like. And we'll give you some information about how to do that. You just need to make sure that you get the form back within 10 days. And if you'd like us to, we can pass that on to Mr. Epps as well. Do you have any questions about what the preliminary hearing is? Okay. Mr. Epps, you want to speak on your client's behalf, sir?
Your Honor, I just say Quiz turned himself in, and we'd ask that you give him a no bond, and we'll deal with it with the Court of General Sessions.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not going to ask both of you ladies to speak. Just one person if you want to. Now, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but we're not here to try the case this afternoon. We're concerned about your family's safety, also concerned about whether or not the defendant might not show up for court. Did you want to address either one of those issues, ma'am?
Repeat that, please.
Yes, ma'am. We're not here to try the case, okay? We're concerned about your family's safety, also concerned about whether or not the defendant might not appear in court. And can I just get off track for a second? I know that you ladies, or one of you, had requested that the media not be here. They do have the right to be here. We can't do anything about that. That's just a constitutional freedom of the press issue. I've spoken to them, asked them not to photograph you or talk to you while you're in this court, okay?
All right.
That's where my jurisdiction ends. Once you leave the building and so forth, that's another issue. But I don't have any control over that, okay? So, did you have anything to say in reference to this gentleman right here, man?
Your Honor, I don't know what to say. Quiz LaMarcus, we family. Quiz, we family. And LaMarcus, baby, we family. And LaMarcus, Quiz. She praying for you. Quiz, this is my sister. You know, I'm sorry, sir. You know what we just went through 7 months ago. Because you was there. You've been there. And you did this to LaMarcus. Quiz, come on, Quiz. Quiz. You was family. Quiz, you been and you did this to us. Quiz, you know I was rooting for y'all. We know she wasn't from the start. But I saw something different in you. And you did this to us. Not just to you, your kids. Your kids! Sir, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
By law, I am not allowed to set a bond on these charges, so he's going to be in on a no bond. And at a later date, he'll be appearing in front of a circuit court judge, at which time I'm sure he'll be given a bond. I don't know that he'll be able to make it, but he will get a bond. And you'll be apprised of that. They'll let you know about that. You can be present if you choose to do so. As a condition of your bond, Mr. McRae, no contact with the victim's immediate family. No telephone calls, no emails, no face-to-face contact, etc. And by immediate family, I mean members of the family who live under the same roof as the victim. Okay?
Your Honor, excuse
Wait
me.
just a second. Yes, ma'am.
He has 2 children by my niece.
Okay.
I want to make sure there's no contact to her and her children. And I hate to do that, Quest, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it, baby. Please, there's no contact with my niece and her children.
Well, are they related to him?
Those children were, but this incident happened.
So they are his children?
They are.
Okay.
But the incident happened in front of those 2 children.
I see.
In front of the victim's mother.
Okay.
My sister just lost her husband 7 months ago to leukemia, and he came to the funeral. He know what we going through, Your Honor. He was there. And you putting us through this again, Wes?
Ma'am, I'm kind of treading on thin ice here because this is really a family court issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on here no contact with his children. But I will tell you that once he appears in front of a circuit court judge, they very well might change those conditions of bond.
At least the children's mother.
Contact with children or children's mother.
Yes, because
Okay, like I said, man, this might change over time when he appears in front of a circuit court judge. Okay?
yeah, we'll be there too. I'll be there.
Okay. Anything further?
No.
Okay, I appreciate you. Anything else, Mr. Epps? Okay, sir, what was your question? And I'm going to ask you not to speak, but do you have any questions? Okay, you understand that, what I'm doing, and I'm telling you that it might change over time. Okay? Go ahead and step up to the window and we'll get your paperwork to you, okay?
Your Honor, I would like to get that paperwork.
I'm sorry?
I would like to get that paperwork.
Okay, we'll get it to you. We're changing your paperwork a little bit because of that condition of bond, sir, so it's going to take a minute until we generate that.
And I'm sorry, it is a no bond.
It is a no bond, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. Absolutely.
I understand that. I'm very sorry for your loss. I thought that was the case when we were talking about it.
That is him. You represent everyone's house.
Let's let so long this. Today I got into it again and that was my #1 priority. Okay?
You know, you about the right thing.
Try.
You chose you to say things. You gave you love. You were about the right thing. But you know, this is not right.
Well, like I said, I got into it again. I actually told them I thought there might be some overlap, and I told them we talked about it after we got past it.
My husband, he killed my son on that day. He was no threat to me. He didn't have no threat. He was just trying to talk to me. He killed my baby. And you know the right thing to do. That's why we chose you 7 times to defend us.
Yes, ma'am.
You know the right thing to do.
Let's let the dust settle and we'll see what happens, okay?
I trust you. Even though you're representing him, I know what you capable of doing.
I'll come get it. Okay. They're done, and when y'all can start it out, I gotta go get this paperwork. Excuse me.